If you're like me, when you read the Bible, you often forget what you've read by breakfast time. I know that used to be a problem that I have, and I've talked with a lot of people that are like, yeah, I read it, and then I forget what I was reading, and I'm not sure what the point is, and it's discouraging, so eventually I just give up reading the Bible. Today I want to talk about that and a strategy and remedy so that we don't just read the Bible and forget it, but we actually see that, or begin to remember it and see it change our lives. I'm Joe Radosevich. This is this week's Midweek Minute for Belgium Community Church. And I want to tell you a quick story. We all have that problem of forgetting what we read. If we read the Bible, we forget it by breakfast time, or if we read it at night, we forget it by the next morning. And so I had a professor when I was in school, Donald Whitney, and he would tell the story of Cool Hand Luke, the Clint Eastwood movie, and there was a sheriff in it that would say, what we have here is a failure to communicate. And Dr. Whitney would say, when it comes to Bible reading, what we have here is a failure to meditate. And that stuck with me. He said, and so he kind of walked us through, what does that mean to meditate? So you see, we live in a world that says meditation means to empty your mind, get yourself in a special place, and empty your mind of things. But in the Bible, especially Psalm 1, we see that meditation is when we fill our minds with God's word. We begin to fill that rather than empty it. So it's not like Eastern meditation that says, I want to stop thinking and I want to just say things over and over until I am centered or until I'm free. We actually want to take God's word and fill our minds with it, meditating on it. The Hebrews would actually use the same word for mumbling or for groaning. It's this kind of thing that all day long I would be muttering God's word. And so that kind of meditation can become a tool and a remedy to help us so that we don't get to the breakfast table or we don't drive into work and go, man, what did I even read today? And so what I want to show you is a way that I do that. When I did it this morning. There are a few other ways to meditate on the Bible, but this is what I do. I take a line or a verse from the Bible. It's really difficult if it's more than 10 words, but I take a line of what I'm reading, and then I begin to write it out over and over. And so let's say there's 10 words. I'll write it out 10 times, but each time I'll be thinking through the next word in the line. So an example I want to show you is from Psalm 23, one of the most famous, most beloved passages of the Bible. And if we were to meditate on the line, I will fear no evil, for you are with me, this is what it would look like. I would say, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. And the first time I would read that through and I would emphasize here, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Beginning to personalize that and go, what's that mean for me to go, I can't worry about everybody else's fear, but I will fear no evil. I personally. The next time I'm through, I will. This is something that I want. This is something, someday I will fear no evil. And I'm not just going to, I hope that someday I don't fear, I will fear no evil. Like, when's that going to happen? Man, God, can you deliver me from this fear? I will fear no evil. Man, what does it mean to fear? What is it? What are those things that I'm afraid of that cause me to tense up? Honestly, my own fear often gets expressed in anger. And so I could begin to meditate on that. I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Then I slow down and I go, I will fear no evil. I'm not going to fear any evil. Not just, I won't fear most evil things, but there's no evil thing in the world that I'm going to fear. I go a little bit further. I will fear no evil. Gosh, there's a lot of evil things. There are movies that I can't watch because they're so disturbing to me. There are stories that I hear that keep me up at night when I think, man, I cannot believe these things are done in this world. But I will fear no evil. I will fear no evil. Why? For you are with me. There's a reason. I'm not just going to say, I'm not going to fear evil. There are things that on my own I should be afraid of, but there's a reason. And what's that reason? I will fear no evil, for you. God, you are with me. Not just things are going to turn out for the good, but you personally, God, have said that you will be with me. I will fear no evil, for you are. Not you might be with me, not you could be with me, not even you will be with me. I will fear no evil, for you are with me. I will fear no evil, for you are with me. With me. Not even just I will fear no evil, for you are for me. Not I will fear no evil, for you are near me. For you are with me. And then again, meditating, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. It's so I don't want to go too far in just focusing on one single word, but like look, when I begin to meditate, then I notice, it starts with I'm not going to fear because God is with me. So that there is a personal aspect to what God is doing. And so by meditating, I get that into my mind over and over and over. I can then begin praying that for myself or for some other people. And what I've noticed is that when I go through a verse or I go through a line, meditating on it word by word, I begin to go and personalize that, and then it's no trouble for me to remember it when I'm driving into work that day. You can see this isn't some long, extensive thing. I didn't spend a ton of time going through this, but because I've gone through this over and over, beginning to think through, beginning to personalize it, beginning to pray it, I find that I can actually share that, whether it's at the breakfast table with my wife, whether it's with somebody during the day, but those things get down into my head and then into my heart. And so if you, like I've been at times, have struggled, man, I read the Bible and I forget it, or I don't know how it applies to me, or I don't know what to do with it. What we might have here is a failure to meditate. Thanks for watching. If you think that this might be helpful to somebody else, I love it when you share this with friends. I'll see you guys next week.